You're listening to Reweaving Systems from Nervous to Regulated. I'm Jana Shalom, educator, multidimensional weaver, and your real-time nervous system master regulator. This is not a podcast. This is an attunement lab and the audible expression of a living transmission called Weaving Legacy. Here, we move through a living sequence, a truth that shakes something loose. Then, the pause. Feel our bodies, the bracing, the breath, the return. We don't regulate perfectly, we regulate together. And once we're back with ourselves, we name the systems that taught us to disconnect in the first place. Because programs don't change people. Regulated people change people. This is where we shift from the survival spiral to the re-inhabiting spiral, where we learn to come home to ourselves in real time, where the sanctuary garden door opens from the inside. If your nervous system has been waiting for a place to relax into truth at a pace that it actually needs, then welcome home. This is the voice of a living lineage. Let the transmission call us back into our bodies. Let the weaving root into our daily lives. You're listening to Season 0, Episode 12, the last quarter moon of our third arc, Discernment Without Self-Doubt. Today's episode is called Urgency and Agency. Last quarter moons do not build. Last quarter moons loosen. They thin the air around what no longer needs to be carried. Across this arc, something has happened. And it didn't happen loudly. It happened quietly. We learn to recognize familiar and coherent signals without ranking them. We named grief as a sign that our bracing may be softening, and we allowed emotions to change their meaning without assuming something has gone wrong. When our discernment deepens, pressure can often follow. Not loud at first, just a gathering. It might be a tightening in the chest, or a pulse that feels slightly ahead of the room, or a sense that time is narrowed. I don't have as much time as I thought I did. It can sound like this inside our minds. I see it now. So why am I still like this? I should already be different. It is too late for me. All of that is urgency. Not the kind that comes with sirens, the internal kind. The sense that awareness itself requires acceleration, that our bodies now must mobilize. When this happens, our breath shortens. Our thoughts begin to move faster than they were moving moments ago. And there's an impulse to act, to fix, to adjust, to become something else quickly. Urgency gathers energy, and it compresses time. It makes the present feel insufficient. For nervous systems that have lived inside survival for a long time, awareness can feel like a startling signal. Oh, I see it. Now I must be different. I must hurry up and change. Because in the past, noticing often meant correction. Noticing meant we needed to improve. Noticing meant we needed to perform. We were trained to believe that awareness should immediately lead to action. So when discernment grows, the system our system can brace against the speed. That bracing is not failure. It is memory. It is a recount of our own history. Memory of the environments where slowing down was not allowed. Memory of systems that rewarded productivity over our presence. Memory of conditions where hesitation meant falling behind. When the nervous system carries those memories, awareness in and of itself feels like pressure because it's always asked for us to do something. But now we're asking for the pressure to be different. We don't need the pressure to resolve something quickly. We don't need pressure to tell us that growth is happening. The nervous system does not reorganize through pressure. It reorganizes through relationship with ourself, relationship with ourself without self-judgment. And when our relationship with ourself deepens, something else appears. Agency. Agency feels very different from urgency. It doesn't arrive with a surge. It doesn't arrive with a ton of pressure. It arrives with steadiness. There's a little more breath available. A steadiness that the chest is not gripping in the same way. And in a steadiness that the mind is not racing in the same way that it used to. In the past, mind racing meant we were trying to come up with every possible solution to every possible outcome. And that type of pressure can feel very overwhelming. Agency restores space. Sometimes we only need some small space. Sometimes we need more space. This is where our awareness has room to move into movement. And that is the space where choice becomes possible. Not because everything is clear, not because we've learned how to resolve ourselves, but because nothing is forcing us forward without our consent to walk forward. Agency often feels ordinary because it's grounded. It's present. There's a sense of being here. We're not ruminating about the past. We're not anxious about the future. We're here. And we know we're not late. We're not ahead. We're just here. And from here, we can eventually make choice because nothing is being extracted. When we stay in relationship with the nervous system long enough, something reorganizes. Unconscious urgency no longer dictates our movement. Coherence begins to inform our agency. And the signal doesn't become a demand, but information that invites us to sit with ourselves. Maybe this is the quietest work of all. The goal is not to remove urgency. The goal is not to force change, but to allow coherence to slowly become the ground where our choices arise from. We don't make decisions in the thick of overwhelm. We sit with that feeling until that emotion is ready to move. Our threading settles here for now. Last quarter moons loosen what no longer needs to be carried. Across this arc, we did not force the nervous system to change. At no point did we ask our nervous system to change. We learned how to listen. And when urgency arises or when something loosens, understanding that's a normal part of the process. And by sitting, we open up space. The space between awareness and movement. The space where choice becomes visible. And knowing nothing in this moment requires our action. Season 0 remains what it has always been. Finding stable ground before motion. Providing us universal language before strategy. And orienting ourselves towards what is alive in us without self-blame. And from this ground, the sanctuary door becomes visible. And that door opens from the inside. Until the loom returns, we remain. You just moved through reweaving systems from nervous to regulated. The Nervous System Attunement Lab, where regulation happens in real time, where we take a breath, we feel our bodies, not perfectly, but honestly. We notice what shifted, what softened, what resisted, what came online even for a moment. If something stirred awake today, that isn't a sign that you're done. That's a sign that you're practicing the slow, steady work of returning to yourself. This work moves in spirals, not straight lines. We don't regulate once, we return again and again. Each time a little deeper, each time with a little bit more permission. And if today pushed you past your edges, that's part of the path. Edges are where remembering begins. This isn't content we're moving through. This is a living frequency, a lineage-held transmission that reshapes us as we walk it. To keep walking the path of somatic knowing, mythic remembering, and lineage weaving, meet us at Journey the Weave on Substack. And for deeper embodiment and spirit-born insight, enter Journey the Spirit Weave, our paid Substack tiered. Remember, our bodies are not the problem. Our nervous systems are not the obstacle. They are portals we are relearning how to trust. And if just one of us practices coming home to ourselves, systems begin to change. We'll see each other at the next episode. Until we weave again.